Okay, let's keep going. A book I wrote, yearly leaders of every batting category. I have 13 chapters looking at the top 5 baseball players in an offensive category, how they did for a certain year. Chapter 4, top 5 RBI leaders every season between 1871 2025. Ken Arzone talking baseball Thursday, May 7th, 2026. 1910 through 1919, the RBI production was not as high as previous decades. 1880s was pretty good. 1900s pretty good. 1910 through 1919 kind of fell off a little bit. Guys were getting 100, 110, 120. But in 1920 through 1929, look out. You got some guys coming up who are RBI producers. Let's look at it. 1920, Babe Ruth, 135. Baby Jacobson, 122. George Sisler, 122. Joe Jackson, 121. Larry Gardner, 118. 1921, listen to this total. Babe Ruth, 168. The last guy to get that many was Sam Thompson. Now, going over my list from 1871 up to now, 1920, who had the highest total? Sam Thompson had 166 in 1887. And then I'm looking again for anybody else in the 160s. Sam Thompson did it again. He had a 165. Who is the highest total so far? Like I said, Sam Thompson, 166, 1887. And then 1895, he goes 165. Hardy Richardson had a 152. So those are the highs. So I'm going through the years in this book, see if anybody is surpassing 166. Nope. So in 1921, Babe Ruth sets a major league record, 168 RBIs in a season. Harry Heilman, 139. Bob Musial, 138. Bobby Veach, 128. And Rogers Hornsby, 126. So guys are producing. 1922, Ken Williams, 155. Rogers Hornsby, 152. Irish Musial, 132. Bobby Beach, 126. Zach Wheat, 112. Looks like Bobby Beach is a good RBI producer. I've got him down 6 times. Top 5. Babe Ruth had 11. Top 5 finishes. So 1923, the Babe is back, 130. Tris Speaker, 130. Bob Musial, 125. Heavy Johnson, 120. Harry Heilman, 115. 1924, George Kelly, 135. Goose Goslin, 129. Bob Musial, 124. Babe Ruth, 124. Jack Former, 116. Top 5, 1925. Rogers Hornsby, 143. Harry Heilman, 134. Bob Musial, 134. Jack Former, 130. Al Simmons, 129. 1926. Babe Ruth, 153. Mule Suttles, 130. Jim Botany, 120. Tony Lazario, 117. George Burns, 115. So far, the high is 168 by Babe Ruth. But guess what happens in the year 1927? Lou Gehrig goes for 173. Whoa! Has anybody been in the 170s? Like I said, Sam Thompson, 2 160s. And I'm going through the decades. Nope. Nobody got into 170 yet. So, Lou Gehrig establishes a major league record in 1927. 173 RBIs. Babe Ruth, 165. That's the second time 160 or more. Paul Wainer, 131. Hack Wilson, 129. Rogers Hornsby, 125. 1928. Lou Gehrig, 147. Babe Ruth, 46. Jim Botany, 136. Pie Traynor, 124. Hack Wilson, 120. And then in 1929, Hack Wilson, 159. Al Simmons, 157. Babe Ruth, 154. Mel Ott, 151. And Rogers Hornsby, 149. So, the decade of the 1920s belongs to Babe Ruth. In the 1920s, he had not eight out of the 10 years, top 5 RBI producer. 8 times. Bobby Beach got him 2 times. Yeah, Lou Gehrig got in there. George Sisler, Rogers Hornsby. 5 times in the 1920s. Hack Wilson twice. Jim Botany twice. Lou Gehrig twice. But Lou will end up with 10 top 5 finishes. Why? Because in the 1930s, he gets 8 out of 10 years that decade. So how about the totals? You had Babe Ruth over 160 a couple times. You had Hack Wilson, Al Simmons over 150. So did Mel Ott. He got over 150 RBI. Lou Gehrig goes for 173. How about that one? Hornsby was in the 140s. It's interesting to see the progression of RBI production in the 1920s. What happens in the 1930s? I'll look at that decade next. I'm out.